So we did pick a backdrop, and we decided on these scant, and we read through it, and we tried to decide a little bit what we want or not want in there, and then we had to stop. So what we'll do today is going from that backdrop, defining what's called aspects, 3 things that will be the pillars of our community or the focus points or the traits. For 2 of them, there are questions that will help us, hopefully. And the third one we will choose freely. And both our characters and the words we build will be connected to those pillars, aspects. When we have those, we will get a couple of questions about our community, and that's going to be so that I'm going to ask a question. Everybody will get 1 question to answer, and we take a turn and go around. Then we'll give the whole thing a name, and then we'll start to make our characters. So far, so good?
Yes. No.
Excellent.
Okay. So basically, we are a group of thieves or scoundrels that have decided for some reason or other that we may hopefully come up with to stick together and do things together. And the first question is the job. What shadowy job is our bread and butter? Anybody with any idea, just go ahead. I'll try to take notes and we'll try to figure out something.
Are we thieves? Are we mafias? Are we murderers? Are we weirdos?
That is the question. I think that is the question, yeah.
Everything's possible. Well, not everything, but somewhere around there.
I like being some sort of kind of thieves and mobster-like. People come to us for either we steal things like robbing banks or steal valuable items and sell them on the black market, or we are mafias that people come and ask for help with. Oh, we want this guy to get away, or we want our business to go better, and they come to us and we fix that.
I really like the concept of what do you call it in English? Hälare.
Hälare? Tyda.se.
The language lesson starts immediately. Translate. Häleri. That means that you sell stolen goods.
Yes. In English,
that's
fence.
what you. Fence.
We are not looking for characters. We are looking for something, a word or a phrase that would describe something that's very important for us.
Well, one thing that's
in this
the same,
case, which job is it? So
well, it seems
Max was on the right track.
It seems that Max and Ola did have one thing that is the same, which is to find things and sell them. And it seems to me as though there are 2 ways to do that. One is individually, which is kind of crappy. And the other way is out of boxes, shipments. And in English, we would say it fell off a truck.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so if we the description talked about docks and warehouses and things like that, and if we were people who were okay, the only way that happens is if the people at the shipments are making it happen, but they have to be sold by somebody who is not them. That is us. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Fencing is probably, as one says, kind of a broad. It includes selling, but it also includes a lot of things in between. Do we have to be specific? Like, is it like that broad area, or do we say that we are specialized in one certain product, or
Well, I think we should say, for example, if we were very rich clients who, when we sell paintings, that's not us. We are people who are down in the regular people, right? We are among the crowds. So I think that we are probably, it makes more sense to be working with bulk, both things that are sold in bulk and shipped in lots of big boxes. And so some of those come our way, and the box is a little lighter now. And then we sell, and people make more money because of us. So, what anything like that? I think it could be lots of things, but it's like that sort of thing.
and because I had the same idea. We could either go for the glamorous stuff, and that doesn't mean paints, but it could be like exotic things. But or we could do like the what people usually steal.
Right. Well,
And
shoes, and stuff like that. Yeah. So,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
I tend to agree. I like the latter. Nathan, what do you think? Are we on the right track, or do you want to suggest anything?
No, I'm fine with that. That's
Um, just so I get this right, we are looking for a group that specializes in, should we say rare goods,
No, I
or
think it's the opposite of rare.
so the opposite of rare? Then what I don't really get is, why would somebody want to employ us? Or I may have misunderstood Ola there. I thought he was going for us getting somebody telling us what they need and us getting after it, but I may have misunderstood.
But the thing with the fencing or that position is that you are in the middle. You are completely in the middle between. So you kind of you're maybe the one that finds someone that needs something, and then you order someone to steal something. And then you're the middleman in all these. You're dealing with stuff. Not doing, you're not breaking into to that much, but you're, or it could be the other way around, that you hear about a place where you can bribe someone, where you can get in, and then you like get something that you think is valuable and so on. But it's like a small business, kind of.
Yes,
Well,
I see that, but what we are looking for right now is more like how to describe what we as a group, what is the important thing for us as a group.
I was thinking, Ola and Max, if you agree, because Max, you were talking about something that is a little bit like um, an organization of people. Um, I was thinking that the businesses that Ola is talking about could be part of this network that we are in, um, but the characters that we make, or at least some of them, or the group that includes us, they take a lot of the risks, right? They have to go and tell the lies to people's faces. They have to impersonate, a guard. They have to actually sneak things out of the shipyards. They have to trust that the guard has been bribed and maybe it was didn't work this time. Things like that. So we have to know how to get away and communicate with people. That's what a big part of this is about. We have to be able to communicate with each other so that people who are listening don't understand us and don't see that we are saying something like, did the guard get bribed? And the answer is yes, I took care of it. And it's like, okay, I will be there at midnight. And nobody
So,
will understand us when we are saying this in front of their faces.
and since we also have a lot of contact with the actual potential customers that might not be criminals at all.
Right.
So we need
Yes,
to
we have to have a
shift between
legitimate. There's
languages.
there's the little old lady and the little old man who run the shop. where surprisingly you can get the shoes for very cheap. Yes.
So the
That
skill
makes sense. Yeah.
is like being a bit of a middleman, the chameleon, kind of shifting
It
and
depends.
shifting.
It depends on the person. I'm sure that the guy who goes and gets the boxes is perhaps not the most, fluid, but I see your point.
Okay, so if we go back to that, what we need for our card is some kind of focus point or trait. What I hear is something like shadow.
So sneaky.
So we need something we can remember, and we will be sure that we all mean the same thing when we
Right.
think of it.
Shadow, adaptable.
I was thinking about, what was it?
So do we pick a
It
card
can
or?
be a little phrase, but it can't be a long sentence or description. It just has to remind us of that.
I was thinking of like catching, not catching the day, but then like taking advantage of opportunity. If you have an easier word for that, it's more.
I was thinking something of. It's not. I have professional in my head, but I'm not sure that is what I'm looking for. But or usually you say people are going to be professional when you're gonna do something bad, but nobody needs to know what it is.
Right.
Usually when you say, "Oh, the best work is the work that nobody knows happened."
Right.
Mhm.
So we need something in those lines. Well, we
You
should
know
not
what?
be
I
known.
like that sentence. What Max said right now. The best work is when nobody knows it happens.
Okay.
Or you can have a set. I thought it was just one word.
No, it can be a phrase. This may be a little bit long, but I think it's a really good one.
I agree. I like
Everybody is okay
and
with
it actually it fits what Ola said too, which is that and the phrase in English which you said, Ola, actually is to seize the day, to grab it, right? So so this is part of the job. We don't have to add that phrase, but the best work is when no one knows what happens because we knew the right time. We knew the right time and we saw the opportunity.
It's kind of philosophically interesting also because, of course, if you steal someone and they don't even understand or see that you stole it,
Right.
that's the best crime of all.
Well,
Nobody is. I'm already a criminal now.
Well, here we are talking philosophically.
I was
now
going to
I'm
say
a criminal
that
because we thought about philosophical criminal activities.
that's correct.
That's how it works.
we are the epistemology gang. How we know what we know when we don't know it. Right.
Yes.
Of course. Glorious.
So I vote that is not
can-
I vote that is not our name. Okay, just to make sure about that.
No, I think it fits.
Second question. It's kind of having the headline "Eyes on Us." What crowded entertainment house provides relief and temporary cover when we need it? One word or one phrase. Go crazy.
Opera.
I was thinking about a whorehouse. I felt criminally working, but I don't know.
Not to stop you short there, because I'm actually fine with it, but we may want this a little bit broader to be able to meet clients there.
Right.
So it's not. Is it a place where we do jobs, or is it a place
No,
where
this
we
is the
relax?
place where we relax, but Helma is
This is a
suggesting
place where we relax, but I
Right.
don't think we should imagine a group that's only one gender, to put it a little bit carefully.
Sure. Okay,
Mm.
well, in that
No, it doesn't
case,
have
That
to be
would
one.
be
Yeah, you're right.
really
one
damp
thi-
in this age.
if I
kind of.
remember correctly, and I don't want to completely know, I don't know for sure, but I think at this time opera was enjoyed by all the full range of society, not just the upper range. So going to the
Yeah.
opera was a little bit more like going to the movies 100 years later. The neighborhood would show up and stay all day, you
And
know.
some tickets were really cheap, high up on the balconies where you
Yes.
Right,
didn't.
Yes.
right.
And then there you can
And
have a
these are
balcony where
not the
you
same
can.
performances that the gentry sees. So they are crude. It's like Mozart, right? Mozart opera for the poor people is crude and rude and disgusting. It's funny. It's not supposed to. It's not. So I think it's kind of like that. So maybe it is an opera house, and maybe it is a place that has side rooms and places where you can drink and stuff like that.